As somebody who has loved Syracuse football since before I attended Syracuse. I attended Syracuse in the fall of 97. I graduated in the spring of 2001. I can remember before I got into campus watching games on TV in what then seemed to be this incredibly loud, boisterous, raucous Carrier Dome, and Marvin Graves throwing passes, or Marvin Harrison catching touchdowns, or Qadri Ismail returning kickoff returns for touchdowns. And I remember thinking, God, that looks bonkers. And then I got into campus and realized it is, because I was there for the final 2 years of Donovan McNabb, 97 and 98, when Syracuse went to the Fiesta Bowl and the Orange Bowl. Been a long time since the Syracuse Orangemen, or now Orange, were in the Orange Bowl. But that was a thing. Winning the Big East, going to big-time bowl games, and taking on big-time opponents. Well, Greg Robinson took over in 2005 and lit fire to the program. It was starting to descend under Paul Pasqualoni. It was starting to descend even when I was there. My senior year, fall of 2000, Syracuse did not make a bowl game for the first time in a long time. But it was still 6-6, 6-5. And then Greg Robinson took over, and there was a season they went 0 for the Big East. Come on. They got lapped by Rutgers. USF passed them. UConn football passed them. It was a dark time, and I can't stand that man because he ruined my football program. It's taken a long time to get back. It's been 15 years since he left the Hill. Been a long time. There's been brief moments of success. Doug Marrone had a brief run. You had a Texas Bowl under Scott Schaefer. Hey, that qualifies in our land as a pretty good season. And then you had Dino Babers, who had a 10-win season. And you had a few decent quarterbacks in there. Ryan Nassib was in there. You had a couple of good years. But still, not had College Game Day back this century. And in terms of 10-win seasons, which they hit last year, you know, you can count them on two fingers in the last 25 years. Well, last week, Fran Brown just nabbed the first 5-star recruit for Syracuse football in a quarter century. And what might end up being the highest ranked recruit ever for Syracuse football, which has had McNabb, Marvin Harrison, Dwight Freeney, before recruiting rankings, of course, there was Jim Brown and Ernie Davis and Art Monk, et cetera. But you're talking about they've had really good football players for a long time, and this would be the highest ranked recruit ever. Fran Brown not only is pulling his weight on the recruiting trail, but Fran Brown's pulling his weight within the community. There's not a person in central New York that is a bad thing to say about this guy. That he has talked the talk, but also walked the walk. And what a difference one man can make. A culture bringer, a culture builder, a culture restorer. It's been an amazing thing to watch. And look, I hope that he's with the Syracuse Orange for a long time, because it's been a long time since I've been able to watch SU football on Saturdays and be really excited about it. But what I am excited about is they got a guy that's pulling in talent. They got a guy that won 10 games last year. They got a guy that went to a significant bowl game. They got a guy that won some big games on national TV. But they also have a guy that behind the scenes is doing the things the right way amongst people that really care, like me, about football being back. So good on Fran Brown. Love to see it. And I hope he's around for a long time. Doing it like this, maybe he won't be. But until he's gone, he's got my vote. This dude is a changer in every single way, shape, and form. He is a change agent, and we needed one badly in Syracuse.